Let me destroy a myth that's been controlling your life. You don't need 8 hours of sleep. You've been lied to by a healthcare system that treats everyone like they're identical machines requiring the same fuel and maintenance schedule. I'm going to show you how to sleep 5 to 6 hours and wake up more energized than people who sleep 9. But here's the critical part. This isn't about depriving yourself. This is about understanding how sleep actually works and optimizing for quality over quantity. 3 years ago, I was that guy. Sleeping 8, sometimes 9 hours, hitting snooze 4 times, dragging myself out of bed feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. I thought I just needed more rest. So I tried sleeping 10 hours, 11 hours. It got worse. Then I discovered something that changed everything. It wasn't about how long I slept. It was about when I woke up within my sleep cycles. Let me explain the science, and then I'll give you the exact protocol I use. Your sleep isn't one long unconscious block. It's a series of cycles, each lasting about 90 minutes. Within each cycle, you move through 4 stages: light sleep, deeper sleep, deep sleep, and REM. Each stage serves a different purpose for your brain and body. Here's what most people get wrong. They think waking up from deep sleep after 9 hours is better than waking up from light sleep after 6. It's not. When you wake up in the middle of deep sleep or REM, you feel groggy, disoriented, like you're moving through mud. That's called sleep inertia. But when you wake up at the end of a complete cycle, during light sleep, your body is naturally prepared to wake. You feel clear, alert, ready. So the secret isn't sleeping more hours. It's sleeping in complete cycles and waking up at the right point in the cycle. Do the math. 5 full cycles is 7.5 hours. 4 full cycles is 6 hours. 3 full cycles is 4.5 hours. I personally run on 4 to 5 cycles, which gives me 6 to 7.5 hours depending on the night. But here's the key. I wake up at the end of a cycle, not in the middle. Most people sleep 8 hours and 20 minutes and wake up in the middle of their 6th cycle. They feel like garbage because their brain wasn't ready to surface yet. Meanwhile, someone who slept 6 hours and woke at the end of their 4th cycle feels incredible. Timing beats duration every single time. Now here's the question. How do you know when your cycles end? 2 ways. First, you can calculate backwards. If you need to wake up at 6 a.m. and you want 4 cycles, that's 6 hours. So you need to fall asleep by midnight. But here's the thing. It takes most people 15 to 20 minutes to actually fall asleep. So get in bed by 11:40. Second, use a sleep tracking app or a smart alarm. Apps like Sleep Cycle or your phone's built-in sleep tracker monitor your movement and detect when you're in light sleep. They wake you up within a 30-minute window at the optimal point. I've used this for years. Game changer. But cycle timing is only half the equation. If your sleep quality is trash, even perfect timing won't save you. So let's talk about how to make every minute of sleep count. This is what I call the pre-sleep protocol. And it's non-negotiable if you want to sleep less and feel better. Step 1. Cut the blue light 2 hours before bed. Your brain uses light to regulate your circadian rhythm. Blue light from screens tells your brain it's daytime, which suppresses melatonin production. No melatonin means poor sleep quality. I'm talking about your phone, laptop, TV, all of it. I know what you're thinking, but I need to wind down with Netflix. Brother, that's exactly what's destroying your sleep. If you absolutely need a screen, use blue light blocking glasses or enable night mode. But ideally, replace screens with reading, journaling, or just sitting in dim light. Step 2. Temperature control. Your core body temperature needs to drop for you to fall asleep and stay asleep. The optimal sleep temperature is around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I keep my room cold, almost uncomfortably cold, and I take a hot shower about 90 minutes before bed. Why? Because when you get out, your body temperature drops rapidly, signaling to your brain that it's time to sleep. Step 3. No food 3 hours before bed. When you eat late, your body is busy digesting instead of repairing and restoring. Digestion raises your core temperature, which fights against the temperature drop you need for deep sleep. If you're starving, have something light like a handful of nuts, but never a full meal. Step 4. Kill the caffeine early. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 to 6 hours. That means if you drink coffee at 4 p.m., half of that caffeine is still in your system at 10 p.m. Cut off all caffeine by 2 p.m. at the latest. For me, I stop at noon. It makes a massive difference. Step 5. Darkness. Complete darkness. Your skin has photoreceptors that detect light even with your eyes closed. Any light in your room disrupts melatonin production. Get blackout curtains. Cover any LED lights from electronics. I even put tape over the tiny lights on my power strips. Your room should be a cave. These 5 steps prime your body for sleep. They don't just help you fall asleep faster, they increase the quality of every cycle you go through, which means you need fewer cycles to get the same recovery. But here's where most people fail. They optimize the night, but destroy the morning. What you do in the first 30 minutes after waking up determines your energy for the entire day. I'm going to give you my exact morning protocol. This is what allows me to jump out of bed after 6 hours and feel like I slept 10. The second my alarm goes off, I don't think. I move. No snooze button, no lying there. I physically get up and out of bed within 5 seconds. Why? Because the longer you stay in bed after waking, the deeper you sink back into sleep inertia. Your body thinks you're going back to sleep and starts another cycle. Then, when you finally drag yourself up 20 minutes later, you feel worse than if you'd just gotten up immediately. 5-second rule. Alarm goes off. Feet hit the floor. No negotiation. Next, I go straight to the window and get sunlight in my eyes. Not through a window. Outside or by an open window. Natural light in the first 10 minutes of waking triggers a cortisol spike, which is exactly what you want in the morning. Cortisol wakes you up and sets your circadian rhythm for the day. No sunlight means your brain stays foggy for hours. If it's still dark outside, I turn on every bright light in my space. You need that light signal immediately. Then, cold exposure. I splash cold water on my face. Sometimes I take a full cold shower. Cold exposure spikes adrenaline and dopamine, which wakes up your nervous system faster than coffee ever could. You go from groggy to sharp in about 60 seconds. After that, hydration. Your body is dehydrated after 6 to 8 hours without water. I drink a full liter of water, sometimes with a pinch of sea salt for electrolytes, within the first 10 minutes of waking. Dehydration makes you feel tired. Most people reach for coffee when they really just need water. And then, movement. I do 10 minutes of light movement. Stretching, jumping jacks, a quick walk, anything that gets blood flowing. Movement clears brain fog faster than sitting and scrolling your phone. Only after all of this do I have coffee. And here's the key. I wait at least 90 minutes after waking. Why? Because your body naturally produces cortisol in the morning. If you drink coffee immediately, you're just replacing your natural energy with artificial energy. Then, when the coffee wears off, you crash. But if you wait until your natural cortisol dips, The coffee amplifies your energy instead of replacing it. Follow this morning protocol and you'll feel more awake on 6 hours than most people do on 9. But let's address the elephant in the room: recovery. If you're sleeping less, you need to recover smarter. Here's what most people don't understand. Sleep isn't the only form of recovery. Your body and brain can recover through rest, even when you're awake. It's called non-sleep deep rest, or NSDR. One of the most powerful tools I use is a 20-minute NSDR session in the afternoon. You lie down, close your eyes, and do a body scan or listen to a guided yoga nidra session. You're not sleeping, but your brain enters a state similar to light sleep. Studies show that 20 minutes of NSDR can restore cognitive function and alertness as much as an hour of sleep. I do this around 2 or 3 p.m., right when most people hit their energy slump. Instead of reaching for another coffee, I do an SDR. 20 minutes later, I'm back at full capacity. Another recovery tool: strategic naps. If you're going to nap, do it right. Either nap for 20 minutes or 90 minutes. 20 minutes keeps you in light sleep so you wake up refreshed. 90 minutes is a full cycle. So you wake up at the end naturally. Anything in between and you wake up in deep sleep, which makes you feel worse. I rarely nap, but when I do, it's exactly 20 minutes. I set an alarm. No exceptions. Now, let's talk about the psychological side. Because here's the truth. Most people who say they need 8 hours don't actually need 8 hours. They just believe they do. And that belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you go to bed thinking, I only got 6 hours, I'm going to be so tired tomorrow, guess what? You'll be tired. Not because 6 hours isn't enough, but because you programmed your brain to expect fatigue. I reframed my relationship with sleep. I don't tell myself I only got 6 hours. I tell myself I got 4 complete cycles. My body is fully recovered, and my body responds accordingly. Belief shapes biology more than most people realize. But here's the final piece that ties everything together: consistency. Your circadian rhythm thrives on routine. If you go to bed at midnight one night and 2 a.m. the next, your body never knows what to expect. Your sleep quality suffers, and you feel tired no matter how many hours you get. Pick a sleep schedule and stick to it. Same bedtime, same wake time, every single day. Yes, even weekends. I know that sounds brutal, but your body doesn't care about weekends. It cares about rhythm. I go to bed at 11 p.m. and wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day. 6.5 hours. 4 full cycles. My body knows exactly when to release melatonin, when to wake up, when to be alert. I don't fight my biology. I work with it. Within 2 weeks of a consistent schedule, you won't even need an alarm. Your body will wake you up naturally at the end of a cycle. So here's the system. Calculate your cycles. Go to bed and wake up at the end of complete 90-minute cycles. Optimize your sleep environment with darkness, cold, and no screens. Follow the pre-sleep protocol. Execute the morning protocol. Use NSDR when needed. Stay consistent. Do this and you'll sleep less, feel better, and reclaim hours of your life every single week. Most people are zombies walking around on 8 hours of broken sleep. You can be fully alive on 6 hours of optimized sleep. The choice is yours.